The three-peat state champion Seton Catholic's girls basketball team is looking for a four-peat this season. But this year, the Sentinels are motivated by much more than the glory.
Coach Tiff is probably one of the most selfless people I know.
She would climb mountains for someone she just met.
Seton Catholic's coach, Tiffany Tate, battled cystic fibrosis her entire life, a disease that makes it difficult to breathe, but never stopped her from bringing inspiration and joy to everyone she knew.
Even just talking to her for a minute could change your life.
Tiff is the most fun-loving, amazing person.
However, it became clear last September that the disease, in conjunction with cancer, had finally caught up to her. In an effort to help, Tate's former coach, colleague, and companion started a fundraiser called Loving Coach Tiff that raised over $20,000.
So I met Tiff when she was 12 years old. I actually started the GoFundMe to try and help her husband and her family to pay for final expenses and just, just make sure that they weren't going to be saddled with a huge amount of debt coming out of, this tragic loss.
The lifelong fight with the lung disease took her final breath away. While the news also took the community's breath away, those close to Tate were able to breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that her pain was over.
It definitely helped knowing that she didn't have to suffer anymore, and just knowing that she was in a better place with God.
You knew she was finally able to have healthy, full lungs again, and I feel like it was at the end of it all, it was like a really big, deep breath, because everyone was breathing that for Tiff, and we knew she was healthy. We knew she was content. She wasn't in pain anymore.
I don't think she would have wanted people to grieve and mourn over her loss, but more just celebrate the life she lived, because she lived it to the fullest.
The team is ready to celebrate Tate's life and dedicate this season in her memory. The team will be wearing patches on their uniforms and shooting shirts that say Tate Strong.
Obviously, she's impacted all of us, and we're pretty devastated by her loss. And we just want to do something that will honor her and her memory and everything that she gave to the sport of basketball and to our community.
This isn't the first time the team has dedicated a season to Tate. When she went through 2 double lung transplant surgeries in 2012 and 2014, the team had dedicated the seasons with the motto, For Tiff. In 2014, the Sentinels were able to achieve the ultimate goal in her honor.
We were able to pull out a state championship, and she was barely able to be there. She was in a wheelchair, she was on a huge amount of oxygen, she was really struggling to breathe, and we were able to get it done. That was a very special year.
All of us, we would dedicate our seasons for Tiff, and it definitely was a motivator throughout high school. All 4 years, every game.
This season, the girls are hoping that they can repeat the same success for their late coach.
I think that winning state, but doing it in her name and playing and winning in the style that she would have liked to see is what we want to do this season.
If Tiff has her say, we'll win.
Other than trying to win, current and former players are doing different deeds to pay tribute to Tate this season.
I always pray before games, and a lot of it's help me shine with the light that Tiff always did, or for free throws, every free throw I take before I shoot, I say for Tiff, just so I know when I'm shooting this, it's not just a free throw, this means something, it's for someone.
Because she lived such an amazing life, we need to continue in her memory and make sure that all the stuff that she taught us, it doesn't leave. Dedicating all these things to her is just another way to remember her spirit.
I think we just want to make Tiff proud.
Even though Tate took her final breath last September, those around her are confident she is breathing easy now and will be delighted watching Seton Catholic play this season. In Chandler, Kynan, Marlin, AZ Central Sports.